I've been telling you for 2 weeks that this was going to be scrub down day. We're going to wash this place from ceiling to cellar, and nothing's going to stop us. Ellie Mae, get through. Commence upstairs.
But, Granny, I was going to
the double. Kid, don't get smart.
Granny, that might be Dasher Frock in his new car.
I don't care if it's Tom Mix and his Wonder Horse.
Hello, Granny.
Oh, Mr. Cushing. What a surprise. Come in.
Howdy, Mr. Cushing.
Oh, hello, Mr. Clampett. I'm sorry to drop in unexpectedly like this, but I happen to be in the neighborhood, and it was such a beautiful day. I thought maybe Granny would like to go for a drive.
Well, I'm afraid you picked the wrong...
Can you wait for me to change?
Well, come on in the parlor and sit down, Mr. Cushing. I'll bust out some cool cider.
I hope that I'm not interrupting anything.
Well, as a matter of fact, you are, and we couldn't be happier.
I wish you could have seen the look on John Cushing's face when I walked out of there with that financing contract. Yes. He'd been working on the deal for 6 months, and I took it right out from under him.
Hello, Milburn.
Now, just a minute, John. Don't you come in here and threaten me like that.
Relax, Milburn.
Everything I did was within the law. It'll hold up in court, and if you hit me, I'll bleed all over you.
I came in to congratulate the winner. You have beat me again.
You're not mad?
Why, of course not.
Well, I'm glad to see you taking it this way, buddy boy. You've got to learn to live with it, you know. Oh, I've got the weight on you with those Clampett millions.
Yes, I understand.
When you climb in the ring with us big boys, you've got to expect to take one of the chops now and again.
Well, maybe someday I will have an account like the Clampetts.
That's the spirit, Johnny, baby. Well, I'm busy now. I'm glad you dropped by. Keep that old chin up.
Thanks, I'll try.
Granny, hello. Come in.
Ain't got time. Johnny's taking me for a ride in the country.
What?
Aren't you going to wish us a nice trip, Milburn?
Have a nice trip.
Keep the old chin up, Jim.
Here, Chief. That's what we're going to.
Oh, thank you. I needed that.
Lie down.
That dirty account-stealing pirate. I'm going to report him to the banking commissioner for unfair tactics.
Now, Chief, there's nothing unfair about Mr. Cushing having a date with Granny.
There certainly is. He's single, and I've got a wife, a millstone around my neck.
Hello, dear.
Millstone. Margaret.
Oh, dear. Hold out your hand and close your eyes, and Mobby will give you a sweet surprise.
Margaret.
In fact, I've got 2 surprises.
Not now, dear. I've got trouble. Real trouble.
This is just the thing to cheer you up. Close its little winkies. There. That's the first surprise. A picture of Daddy for your desk. Well, Milburn, have you nothing to say?
What's the second surprise?
This will really set your eyes to dancing. Daddy is coming out to visit with us.
Oh.
Now, don't let your joy be too ecstatic. There's one teensy dark cloud. Daddy just phoned me from Las Vegas. It seems that he had to change planes there, and in doing so, he misplaced his money. Oh, that is. This is a number where you can reach him and arrange to provide funds. I think it's the Las Vegas chapter of the Harvard Club. Toodaloo.
I wouldn't bail that little grifter out of Las Vegas if he was my father.
Chief?
Misplaced his money. Placed it on the wrong number.
Chief,
Well, he can just stay there.
Chief!
What?
Lowell Redling's Farquhar is the answer to Mr. Cushing.
What are you talking about?
Well, don't you remember his last visit? How captivated Granny was?
Yes, he did kind of charm her with that back bay baloney, didn't he?
Stack the chips for me, will you? Well?
Mr. Farquhar. Oh, this is Mr. Drysdale calling you from Beverly Hills.
Oh. Thank you, my dear. Thank you. Keep these warm for me.
Farquhar here. Oh, yes. Milburn, what's the matter, son? Me? Need money? I don't know where you heard that.
Margaret said you were broken stranded up there. Hocked your Phi Beta Kappa key.
Yeah, that's right, and it seemed to have brought me a remarkable piece of luck. Bet it all, my dear.
Oh, Daddy Farquhar, every chip?
Every chip. What's that, Milburn? Oh, no. I can't come to Los Angeles now. In fact, I might stay here indefinitely. All right, everybody, get ready for pass number 6. Legalize, you
Oh, Daddy Farquhar, you crapped out.
Milburn, how soon do you want me to be there?
I've been waiting for you two. Mr. Drysdale's been a-calling and what in tarnation is that?
Oh, that's what you call a gyrap. Johnny bought it for me.
I wanted Granny to have something to remember this day by.
Some neck.
Yeah, but all he done was buy me a stuffed animal.
Mr. Clampett, Granny and I have a little business matter to discuss with you concerning Mr. Drysdale's bank.
Oh, yeah, that reminds me. Mr. Drysdale's been calling. He says he's got a surprise for you, Granny.
I got one for him, too. I'm putting my money in Mr. Cushing's bank.
With your approval, of course.
Well, Granny's free to do anything she sees fit with her share of the money. That's 1/4 of everything I got, whatever that comes to.
$15,786,412.22. Approximately.
There's no use splitting hairs.
Come on, Jed. Let's go down to Mr. Drysdale's bank and unburden him of some money.
Mr. Farquhar and staff are here, Chief.
Hello, Milburn, my boy.
Daddy Farquhar, it's so good to... Staff? What's that?
My financial advisors. I have my investment counselor and my tax expert. Come in, staff. Girls, I want you to meet my son-in-law, Milburn Drysdale. Milburn, meet Lil and Jill.
Hi. Hello there.
I can't remember which is which.
I'm Lil. I'm Jill.
I'm ill. Get them out of here.
What shall I do with them?
Who cares? Girls, Miss Hathaway here is my financial advisor. Oh, excuse me, Daddy. She's going to take you down to the coffee shop and discuss today's Bond picture.
Oh, is there a new one out? I love Goldfinger, didn't you? Thunderball's my favorite.
So long, staff.
Hi, Daddy Farquhar.
Hi, Lil. Oh, Jill.
How can you call those girls financial advisors?
Well, they're not always right, but with them, even losing is a pleasure.
Sit down. Now, listen to me, you overaged delinquent. My biggest account is being romanced away by a rival banker named John Cushing. I want you to step in and cut him out.
I see.
And believe me, I'll make it worth your while.
Oh, now, Milburn, did I mention money?
No, you didn't.
Well, I'll mention it now. You're going to have to lay it on me heavy.
Okay.
Now, who is to be the object of my attention? Some wealthy movie star? Liz Taylor? Sophia Loren?
She's a grandmother.
Oh, Marlene Dietrich. Eddie Lamar.
Granny Clampett.
Well, I don't remember seeing any of her. Granny Clampett.
Who called? Lowell Farquhar.
Daisy.
What brings you to town?
You, Granny, you. Yes. He's been talking of nothing but you since he flew in.
Yes.
Recalling those golden days you spent together just a few short months ago.
Yes.
But it's been a year. Why ain't you wrote?
Well, Milburn?
He's been trying to forget you, Granny. He even went to the desert, hoping that the blazing sun would burn from his heart the bittersweet memories of those moments of ecstasy spent with you. The one great love
of his life.
Yes.
Oh, Lowell, you rascal. You sure know what to say to a girl.
Well, Granny, we got the papers on. Why, Mr. Farquhar.
Hello, Mr. Clampetts.
Where you been?
In the desert, trying to forget me, Jed.
Excuse me, Mr. Cushing. I don't believe you and Mr. Farquhar has met.
Oh, that's right. Lowell, this here man is...
You don't have to tell me who he is. I'd recognize him anywhere. It's a great pleasure, sir. I've always wanted to meet Granny's father.
Huh?
Wonderful girl you've got here, old-timer.
Old-timer? What is he talking about?
He ain't my pa. He's just a elderly friend.
Milburn, you and I have some business to transact. Granny is putting her money in my bank.
What? No, wait a minute.
Daisy, I didn't think you'd do this without my advice.
Well, you wasn't here, Lowell, and I...
Well, we figured you'd take some of the burden off of Mr. Drysdale.
Burden? Oh, no, handling your money is a pleasure.
Hi, may we come in?
In fact, I just added these 2 young ladies to my staff of financial advisors.
These girls are financial advisors?
Yes. They're not always right, but with them, even losing is a pleasure.
Doggy. Granny, you look like you stepped right out of the catalog.
Your hair's different, Granny.
Johnny likes it this way. Who? Mr. Cushing. He'll be here any moment. After he leaves, I'll change it for Lowell. He likes it down.
You mean you got them coming one right after the other?
Jed, I've got to make hay while the sun shines. It's been cloudy a lot of years.
Daddy, jot off a picture of your courting cider like you said.
Court and cider? Hey, this ain't your hard stuff, is it?
Of course not. Well, it might have a little edge to it.
Ed, this stuff will strip paint.
I don't want to end up with another stuffed animal.
That must be Mr. Cushing.
Want me to go, Granny?
I want you all to go that way and stay out of sight.
Sally, you take this quart and cider and put it back in a keg. Real gentle.
Oh, Granny was counting on this to help Mr. Cushing to fall for her quicker.
I'd have him fall quicker, but he'll be a lot longer getting up.
Oh, come in. Come in.
Yeah, thank you. Oh, you have your hair up.
Does it pleasure you, Johnny?
Indeed it does, Daisy. Especially since I found this for you.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. Oh, a comb for my hair.
Yes.
Oh.
It's very old.
Well, your hair ain't exactly young.
Oh, no, I meant the comb is very old.
Oh.
It once belonged to a Spanish marquesa.
Well, it's pretty for being secondhand.
Milburn, Granny isn't expecting me till 4 o'clock. And besides, there's Lil and Jill.
Forget Lil and Jill. I had enough trouble explaining them to Margaret. Did you have to tell them to take a sunbath in the backyard?
Well, they like to keep up their tans, and they're expecting me to bring them some oil.
You save your oil for Granny.
Blame family always underfoot, set when you need 'em. Just when I had Johnny over. Oh, Lowell.
Hello, Daisy.
I didn't expect you until 4.
Well, I just couldn't stay away. Oh, you ravishing creature.
Speak low when you speak love.
Oh, Daisy. You're wearing your hair up. And after you promised.
Oh, well, I only put it up so you could watch me take it down.
Oh, how sweet.
There. Now, how's that?
Oh, lovely, lovely. Well, come on. I remember the way to the courting parlor.
No!
What's the matter?
It ain't there no more. It's up there.
this is cozy.
Ain't it nice? Oh, is that for me, or did you bring your lunch?
Oh, no, this is an orchid. May I pin it on?
I thought you brought it for me.
Nearest the heart. There we are. Don't let me stick you. There we are.
I gotta go see in the mirror. No. You stay right here. Think about me. Hope I didn't keep you waiting, Johnny.
Waiting for you is a pleasure.
Well, good. Looks like you're in for a right pleasurable afternoon.
Paul, I ain't never seen anybody move as fast as Granny. She's got Mr. Cushing in one room, Mr. Farquhar in the other, and
They both here?
Yes, sir. And her shoes is just a smoking from running back and forth betwixt them.
Leave it to Granny to fish two creeks at once.
Sure will be glad when I get to be 77. Have me some fun.
Where'd you hide the cider?
Granny, you know that stuff is too strong for them city fellas.
It's for me.
Well, you do look a mite drawed out. How you coming with a double courtship?
Jed, I can't decide whether them fellas is after me for my looks or my money.
Money come up, did it?
Right now, court talk is running at a poor second. It's hard enough to pick a fella. I gotta pick a bank, too.
Granny, I got a notion. You go back to your beaux, and I'll have a talk with them two financial advisors we met this morning. Tells me they is over in the Drysdale's backyard.
You reckon they can help?
I don't see why not. These experts at handling money.
See, now ain't this better than laying over there on the grass and getting all chigger bit?
Well, it sure beats getting the 3rd degree from Daddy's darling daughter.
Oh, there you are, girls. Jethro, would you leave us alone for a minute?
But Uncle Jed, I'm getting interviewed for a job by these two financial advisors. Them two for bosses. I'd work overtime every night.
Come back later, boy.
Hey, but Uncle Jed, I'm getting
Come back later, boy. Girls, I need your help. You see, I got $62 million.
62 million.
Yes, ma'am.
Wow.
But Uncle Jed, I'm...
Come back later, boy.
Back in a minute, Johnny. Be there in a jiffy, Lowell. That's another fella I'm gonna give him to Ellie Mae. I can't even decide betwixt two of them.
Is my father here?
Yes, he is. And I want to ask you something. If I was to marry your pa, and you was my stepdaughter, would we visit every day, cook together, sew together, and be real close friends?
Absolutely not.
Shucks. He's still in the running.
Daddy! Daddy! Where are you?
What's all the shouting about?
Oh, Daddy Farquhar, are you all right?
Well, of course I'm all right.
What were you doing in that room?
Playing solitaire, mostly. And I've had a fabulous run of luck.
Same here. I won 5 out of 9.
Excuse us a minute. John, are you a man who likes a little diversion now and then?
Oh, I'm starving for some, and the sooner the better.
Then, as my financial advisors would say, let's split.
Oh, Oh, Daddy Cushing, that's your 5th straight pass.
Well, John, what do you think of my financial advisors, huh?
Lowell, with them, even losing would be a pleasure.
I don't want to hear no more belly aching. We're going to wash this place from ceiling to cellar. And you, wipe that smile off your face.
Ellie. Thanks.
Well, can I go along and help you fling papers?
Well, no, Ellie. You see, this is my first day on the route, and I got to make sure that every paper lands right square on the front porch.
Paul, Jethro won't let me go with him.
Well, now, Ellie, this is the boy's first big important job.
Ain't he just a paper boy?
Oh, no, Granny. He's what you call a deputy district circulation chief in charge of home distribution. Jethro, you're a working man now. Make us proud of you.
Always remember a job worth doing is worth 2 in the bush.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you. Bye.
Oh, I should have asked him would he be home for noon victuals.
I wouldn't count on it, Granny. Getting a paper up to some of these Beverly Hills houses is a 10-minute walk from the street.
Well, not for Jethro. He's got his papers fixed for long-distance flinging.
What you mean?
Wrapped them around these here big rocks. Well, he can sail them among.
Where do you get these roofing slates?
A whole bunch of them fell off of Mr. Drysdale's roof.
By themselves?
Yes, sir. All Jethro done was loosen them.
That'd give a paper a heap of carry, all right. Hope the boy's careful.
These ways we know he ain't getting into trouble.
Well, we can hope.
Ain't that Glory Swanson?
Appears to be.
I'm going to cut that out from my scrapbook.
Granny, you must have 400 pictures of Glory Swanson.
She's my favorite movie star. What's it say about her?
Says here they're going to demolish her home.
What are they doing that for?
According to this, they're going to turn her estate into a golf course.
For that they're turning Glory Swanson out of her house?
Not only out of her house, but clean out of town. Says here she's going back east to live.
You mean she ain't going to make no more pictures with Wally Reed?
Kind of looks that way.
Well, without Glory Swanson's pictures, the movie theater back home will close up. What could have struck her down at the peak of her career?
Well, let's ask Jethro when he gets home.
Jethro?
Yeah, he ought to know. He's a newspaper man now.
Good morning, Chief.
Miss Hathaway, have you let it slip out that I'm behind this golf course deal?
Oh, certainly not. Why do you ask?
Somebody threw this through my window this morning with a rock inside it.
Mr. Drysdale's office? Who's calling, please? What? One moment. Chief, there's a Mr. Miller on the phone who says he's associated with you in the golf course venture.
Hello, Jack. How's it going? What? This morning? I'll call you back.
Chief, what is it?
The same thing happened to him. This paper, tied around a rock, through the wall of his bedroom.
Apparently you've angered one of Miss Swanson's loyal fans. There has never been a movie star so idolized. She's a living legend.
I'm not hurting Gloria Swanson. She wants to move out of that huge mansion.
Yes, but to millions of her fans, you're demolishing a shrine. And then to read that all of her priceless possessions are to be sold at auction.
That's her idea, too.
Yes, but you can see how it might set off an eccentric fan.
You think her fans are eccentric? What do you think Miss Swanson intends to do with the money?
What?
Donate it to the Actors Relief Fund. She's giving it away. How's that for having a screw loose?
I think it's a magnificent gesture.
When she could put it in my bank and collect interest? What kind of sickness is this? What's happening to our moral values?
Chief, Miss Swanson is a very wealthy woman. She doesn't need the money.
What are you, some kind of radical? If you want to do something, call the police. Let them find out who's throwing rocks at us. Good guys.
Well, I got all the papers delivered. Got this extra left over.
Well, thank you, Jethro. We got one.
Okay. Well, you can stop worrying about pruning that eucalyptus tree. You see Irene about Gloria Swanson? She's on my paper roof.
She is.
Yeah, she lives around here, does she?
Mm-hmm. If she had hogs, we could call them.
Did you see her?
Pretty near. Took the paper up to give it to her in person, but she was too busy. They was getting ready for auction.
Auction?
Yeah, it tells all about it in the papers. He's fixing to sell off everything on the place.
Well, Granny, I didn't want to read you that part because I know how it gloomed you up back home when the sheriff put some poor soul's belongings under the hammer.
You think that this could happen to Gloria Swanson? One day she's queen of the movies, and the next day they're throwing her out in the street.
Granny's always felt special close to Gloria Swanson.
We's look-alikes, you know.
You and Gloria Swanson look alike.
If I've heard it once, I've heard it 100 times.
Is she kidding, Uncle Jed?
Oh, I've heard it 100 times myself. Of course, it was always Granny that said it.
Come on, Jed.
Where you going, Granny?
To Gloria Swanson's house to hold off the sheriff. Ain't nobody gonna push around my look-alike.
That makes 101.
Hold on there. Ellie Mae, fetch your Granny back in here.
Yes, sir, Paul.
Put me down! Jed, are you gonna turn your back on Gloria Swanson just when she needs us?
Of course not, but we ain't going to go charging up there like a bunch of bounty hunters. Everybody get in your Sunday best. So when Miss Swanson sees us, she'll know we're Beverly Hills neighbors. Oh, howdy, sir. I wonder if we could...
Coming through, please.
Yes, sir. I wonder if we could see Miss Gloria Swanson. We is...
Okay, watch your step.
Oh, yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Look at this.
Like a palace.
Yeah, more than twice the size of our place.
Of course it is. This is the home of a movie star.
Yeah. I ain't nothing but a plain, scrubby, old, everyday millionaire.
Hey, look here.
Ain't she beautiful?
She is for a fact.
You notice how our eyes is alive?
Yeah, you both got two.
Come here and sit down and remember where you are.
Just a minute. Who are you people?
We is the Clampetts.
And we is true, loyal friends of Gloria Swanson.
You're kidding.
That surprises you, don't it?
Yes, it certainly does.
Looks like everybody but us has turned their backs on her.
She's got lots of friends back in the hills where we come from.
Swell. Oh, okay, fellas, take the sofa.
Hold on! Where are you taking this?
To the auction.
No, quick, young'un! You ain't taking this without us.
All right, fellas, move the chairs first. Now, look here, I'm getting a little fed up with it.
Mister, but couldn't you leave something?
No, sir. Every single thing in this house is going to be auctioned off. All right, fellas, take the sofa. Come on, pick it up.
Put her down. What? going on. Who are those people?
They're fans of yours from back in the hills somewhere. Oh, and they don't like the idea of your furniture being auctioned off.
Sweet, I'm very touched.
Well, the fellas now get rid of them.
No. Please, I want to talk to them. I'll see you when you come back.
Well, I have to make another trip anyway to pick up the gold bathtub.
Mr. Foley, I want to take that tub back east with me. It'll remind me of those crazy, wonderful 20s.
But I can auction it off for a lot of crazy, wonderful money. Remember, this is for charity.
I'll donate something else. Please let me keep my bathtub.
Nope, I'm afraid not. That tub is going on the auction block.
Young feller, ain't there no limit to you? The lady keep her bathtub.
Now, look here, old-timer.
Foley, you and I'll discuss this when you come back.
All right. But I'm telling you right now, I'm going to get that tub.
Villain.
Come on, fellas.
Do we know one another?
Oh, sure. You're Glory Swanson.
And who are you?
Well, I'm... Clampett. Yeah, that's it, Jed Clampett.
I'm pleased to meet you, Mr. Clampett. And this is your family?
Oh, yes, ma'am.
Well, I'm sorry that I can't offer you any refreshments. There's nothing left in the kitchen. They've even taken my stove and my refrigerator.
And now they want your bathtub. Miss Swanson, I just don't know what to say.
I'd like to meet your family. I don't see many fans these days.
Oh, yes, ma'am. Miss Swanson, this here is my kinfolks. My daughter, Ellie.
Howdy. How do you do, Ella?
And my nephew, Jethro.
Howdy.
And this here is Granny. I reckon you ain't got a greater fan in the whole world than her, less'n it's me.
We look alikes, you know.
Yes, I can see the resemblance.
Hear that?
Won't you sit down?
Well, thank you, Miss Swanson, but we've took up enough of your time. We'll be moseying home.
Oh, Jed, I want to ask Miss Swanson when she's going to make another picture like Society Scandal.
Oh, Society Scandal. You remember that one?
Yeah, Jed and me seen it twice.
Well, that was a long time ago.
Oh, yes, clean last summer.
You two attended the Silent Film Festival in Venice?
No, ma'am. We seen it at the Bijou Theater back in Bucktussle.
Tussle?
Yes, ma'am.
My cousin Pearl plays Annie there.
They're still showing my silent films?
You betcha.
Miss Swanson, don't judge the whole country by these fickle Hollywood folks. Back home, you is a queen of the movies. You always have been, and you always will be.
How wonderful.
When are you going to give us some more zingers? Like Gilded Cage, male and female, manhandle?
I'm afraid I'll never make movies like those again.
Now, don't say that.
Sure you will.
Oh, take my word for it. That golden era of filmmaking is gone forever.
No.
Granny. Miss Swanson, we'll be running along. Now, you get your feathers up out of the dust. I got a feeling things are going to change.
Miss Swanson, before we go, can I have a picture of you?
Well, you certainly could, but I'm sorry I don't have any.
Oh, well, how about this one here?
Jethro, put that down.
You can't take her painting.
I wish I could give it to you, but it has to go on the auction block with everything else. The money is badly needed.
I think we best get out of here.
Oh, look a there.
Isn't he precious? How is my beautiful pussycat? Do you know that I used to have 6 of these? Yes.
I bet she wasn't bothered much with mice.
Bye, Miss Swanson.
Hey, bye, Miss Swanson.
Oh, goodbye. Goodbye. It's been so nice visiting with you.
Oh, excuse me, Miss Swanson. I found this in one of your armoires. I'll just catalog it for sale and put it with the rest of the things. Hmm?
Oh, no. It's the only warm thing I have left. I'll need it for those cold winters ahead.
Well, all right. I guess we have to leave you something.
Did you see that coat?
I reckon that explains what happened to them other 5 cats.
Poor woman.
She's really hard up, ain't she? She is, for a fact. It's bad enough having to sell her bathtub. But when it comes to skinning her cats for clothes... Doggone it, you got to admire that Glory Swanson. Hollywood has turned its back on her. They's tearing down her house. Her furniture is going under the hammer. Before long, she won't have a tub to wash in, and she still carries herself like a queen.
What can we do to help her, Paul?
Why don't we just haul off and settle about 10 or 12 million on her?
Oh, Jethro, we don't want to rob her of her pride.
Well, we could go to the auction and buy everything.
That wouldn't do no good. The sheriff gets the money.
How come she don't make no more movies?
Well, Jethro, I understand that's the show business. One day you're living high on the hog. Next day you're down to wearing a catskin coat.
Kid, you own a movie studio. You have her make a picture.
Granny, I generally leave all that movie stuff to Mr. Chapman. It would be nice if she could earn the money she needs.
You tell Mr. Chapman to get a hold of Thomas Meehan or Wally Reed or Rod LaRock and turn out another blockbuster like The Wages of Virtue.
You're looking for Mr. Chapman. He's on stage 7. First one on your right.
What have you done to your hair?
I touched up the premature gray spot. I'm going to knock Gloria Swanson right off her $1 million pins. Oh, I'm the chic of America. I've got to make sure she goes for my idea. Drysdale Swanson Enterprises announce Dry Swan Country Club. Okay. Swanson Drysdale Enterprises present Swandale Country Club. You think she'll buy that?
Why not ask her? She's in your office.
Huh? Oh! Mr. Dry Swan. Swansdale. Swanson. I'm over in Drysdale.
Oh, Mr. Drysdale, you're a much younger man than I expected.
Really? It's a pleasure to meet you. Isn't this smog terrible?
Yes. It gets on everything.
Miss Swanson, we have a little business to discuss. Now, if you'll step over here, I have an artist's conception of how your estate will look as a golf course. Oh. Now, while you're looking at that, I'll read you some estimated profit figures.
Don't tell me he's too busy. This is important.
What's the meaning of this, Chapman?
Those kooky hillbillies. What happened to your hair?
What happened to yours?
Those kooky hillbillies of yours want to make a movie.
So make it.
Without sound?
I don't care if it's without film. Make it.
But those idiots want to star Gloria Swanson. That's the way I feel about it, too. A lot of crazy ideas in my day, but this is raving madness.
And this is Gloria Swanson.
How do you do? Gloria Swanson?
Miss Swanson, this is Larry Chapman, head of Mammoth Studios. Until now.
How do you do? Did I hear you say that somebody wanted to make a silent motion picture with me?
It's an eccentric hillbilly family named Clampett.
They've got a lot of millions.
Kind of short on marbles.
I met the Clampetts. I think they're delightful people.
Oh, boy, this is just not my day.
Miss Swanson, I think it's a marvelous idea for you to make a picture for the Clampetts.
Milburn, be practical. Where would you show a silent movie these days?
How about the Bijou Theater in Bug Tussle?
There's going to be just a little more delay. Them people in there just won't leave till they see the movie again.
Oh.
While that's going on, Miss Glory Swanson is going to autograph a picture for each and every one of you.
Miss Swanson, you're the biggest thing that ever happened to Bug Tussle.
Bug Tussle is the nicest thing that ever happened to me.